Hi, I remember a time when I wasn't painting, and a friend said, maybe you're not an artist. That gave me pause back then. But life has proven who I am. I know by what helps me breathe, what makes me pause, what makes me cry. So I said that my identity was complete when I discovered that I was an artist. Well, how did you discover you were an artist? I have been asked. And in short, God told me. He told me to draw. And I said, well, God, I don't know how to draw. But I know that when God tells you to do something, He will equip you. And so I trusted Him and I went off to the Hobby Lobby, I believe, and bought something called soft pastels, which I had never heard of, but I noticed them there. And a watercolor paper pad looked good. Came on back with them. I was actually staying with a friend in California, and I sat down in the middle of her kitchen floor and started filling up pages. And it was so much fun. It was so wonderful. Oh my goodness. That was in March of 2012. At the end of 2011, I had had something like a nervous breakdown. Work, family, and hormones got the best of me. One morning, I could not get out of bed. So 3 months later, I was on medication for depression and social anxiety for the first time in my life. I was on short-term disability from my job. And I was discovering the freedom of acrylic paint. I wrote a book about that time in my life, about discovering that I was ill, having to admit it to the world, deciding to accept medication, becoming willing to change almost everything in my life to become healthy. Becoming an artist was a critical part of becoming the new me. It helped me to accept the quirkiness, creativity, and sensitivity that had always been there. Well, that's all for now, but we'll talk again soon.